Hey guys, welcome back to another Chaotic Junction video. Well, today in this one I'm going to be replacing the stock radio in my Crown Victoria. Look at that basic thing. It barely is just a radio. And we're going to be seeing if we can't get this double din Joy W022 to fit in there. This is just a standard 7-inch double din. Apparently there's going to be a couple things we're going to have to do because I don't think they necessarily fit straight in. Apparently there's a little bit of trimming I'm going to have to do around the edges and possibly in the back. We will see. But yeah, I guess I was going to bring you guys along for the process. Just kind of show you guys what I do to get this thing to fit in there and show you the results at the end. So let's get started. Alrighty, so here's everything that came in the box with the radio. Obviously the radio head itself. Now it came with a harness for the back of the radio itself. Also it came with a backup camera, which I think is very awesome. I'd love to have one of those. And of course it came with the little trim bezel, which we will see if we're going to be able to use that with this application. And then also what you're going to need to get yourself one of these. This is for your factory radio harness that you have now in your car. If you're doing a Crown Vic, that is. Now this says 98 to 04, but I was looking on their website. It is for 98 to 2011 Crown Victorias. So that's going to work fine. And then I also went ahead and picked up a aftermarket microphone. Just because I do know I put one of these in my Silverado, and that little mic it comes with, it's just not too great a quality. So I mean, literally this was $6 I think currently, or maybe $7, I can't remember, but it was cheap enough to just grab one, and had decent reviews. So that's what I'm working with here, and I guess we're gonna start working on the removing process. Now for this radio, I bought this a while ago. It's just a little trim removing kit, which has actually been very handy, especially this little guy here. One of my favorite tools right there. But we're going to need these right here to remove this particular radio. I'm pretty sure a few other Ford models are this way. Alrighty, so what you're going to do with these little guys is you've got, might be hard to see on the camera, sorry, but there are two little holes here and then two on the other side. So you're just going to go ahead and kind of give these a little bit of a pinch to get them in there. Just kind of push that in all the way. Okay, take your other one. Do the same thing. Okay, now we are gonna push outwards, like you're prying out, and then pull towards you. Look at, oh wow, look at that. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Actually, judging by the size of this unit, I probably won't have to do anything in the back here. Looks like I might just have to be trimming that and that. So let's I'll bring you guys in for a better look here in a second. Man, look how basic this thing is. Literally just a harness. Should pop right out. And just your antenna. There is that. Alrighty guys, something to remember is you probably do want to unplug your battery. I did not, but I'm a rebel, so yeah. But it's probably not a bad idea to unplug your battery. I'm still not gonna though. Let's see what we got going on here for fitment. Oh geez, this don't fit at all. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah. There's a little little tab thingy here. A little bit of a thingy up there. Probably gonna go ahead and grab my my little oscillating tool and just kinda that right out of there. And then we'll see what we got. Alrighty, so I got my little tool, and I started looking at it a little bit more. I think what I'm going to go for is maybe flush on the bottom, because actually I got a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to cut this down flush, see how good my skills are. I'm going to try to make a nice little straight line up here and leave just a little bit up there so that we have a snugger install. So here we go. Alrighty. Went down there somewhere. There it is. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Now, I'm sure we still got to do something to the top here. Oh yeah. You see it's got that little bit of play. So also, I'm going to see about, where'd it go? I lost it. Seeing about using the hardware that the radio came with. What I'm thinking, I might just have to maybe just cut these little ears off. I just need just a hair of a lip to touch both sides here. And we should be golden, so something I'm going to try here in a second too. I wonder if something I could put up here to kind of ride against. Let's eyeball it. Like the factory did it. Ooh. Okay. Now let's see what we got. Let's see if I can lose the whole radio down in there. That'd be kind of crazy. Okay. Not okay. What am I hitting? I mean, not bad. That's a pretty nice snug fit right there. I don't know why it feels so hot out. It's only like 92 degrees and like 73% humidity. Not even warm yet. I'm over here sweating. Alright, let's get this hardware on and see what we got. I already know this isn't going to fit like this, but I kind of get an idea of what I can do with this. Like I said, what I'm thinking is if I could trim these ears right off flush to there and just leave this little bit of a groove, or this little piece there. So I see it won't even fit in there with this on there. I mean, I'll just have to trim off the sides a little bit. It's not a big deal, but I'm thinking once it's even in, even that would be too much. I can just leave it like that. I mean, that don't look too bad. Paint this black, you'll never even see it. Okay. Let me ponder a minute. Alrighty guys, so after a little bit of pondering, I came up with a few different ideas, but ultimately, I went with this. So I actually just took the brackets that this radio came with, the mounting brackets, and actually I just set them in my my vise, and I just kind of ground the ears off. So I just got this little bit of a lip. So I did that to both sides. I just put the 2 screws in it for now to dry fit, and that works pretty good for me. Let me get this, there we go. I mean, that's a super snug fit. That's not going to go anywhere. Now the only problem with this is it leaves a little bit of a gap here. The top and bottom are pretty good. But honestly, that doesn't bug me too much. But here, let me pop the camera off. You can kind of see. I mean, that's not horrible. And that's going to be good enough for me. Now, you may be wanting a little cleaner of an option. I'm not really sure what to do about that. I think they make a trim kit for the Crown Vic. But it seems like, I remember seeing the reviews were pretty bad. And a lot of people say it didn't fit correctly. So I'm not sure if there are some better options out there. I actually didn't really look into it too hard, but for me personally, it's pretty good. The only other thing I did was, since I can't use that outer ring, the trim bezel that it came with, I actually went ahead and took it and cut the ends off. That doesn't look super pretty yet, it's just kind of a prototype, but I think I could do something along the lines of this. Maybe even super glue it. I mean, it looks a little bit better. A little bit of markings from where I professionally cut it. But it's either kind of leave it flush, or it will kind of tuck in to the metal bracket. A little more hidden. And it does kind of hide a little bit more in there. So it's like, I might even just do something like that, because that don't look too bad to me. Personally, I'm not too worried about the aesthetics on this particular vehicle. But let me pull this back off again. So, I mean, that's kind of with those little trim pieces on the side, and it does, you know, clean it up a little bit. So I might even just do something like that. That might be just enough, just suffice enough for me. Yeah, I think that's that. I mean, that's fitting really good. That's in there really snug. I ain't worried about that coming out anywhere. I guess let's wire it up quick and go from there. Alrighty, now for the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead and wire all this together. Pretty simple, really, just color for color. So the only thing I've noticed, I've got 2 orange wires. I tried looking it up because I don't really remember, but it does sound like you can actually wire these together and put it into your orange, or you could just use the one main one, because these cheap radios, they actually don't really dim with your switch anyways. But I'm actually gonna, I think, just eliminate the one with the black wire. We'll just use the solid orange and see how that, test that. I'm pretty sure that should be fine, I guess. But yeah, that's how I'll do that. But everything else I got on here, color for color. So, of course, got a thunderstorm rolling in, like just out of nowhere. It's perfectly sunny. Now I'm gonna get struck by lightning. That's Florida for you. Also, typically, I guess you'd want to use like you could either solder these together. You could use a little I can't think of the word, the little the clampy thingies, or you could just do the horrible way like I'm going to, and I'm just going to splice them together, and then use a little electrical tape around them. People like wandering around my front yard. It's weird. Trying to look without making it look obvious. Oh, they're kind of like looking at something over there. It's kind of weird. Maybe a turtle is trying to cross the road. There we go. That's like a thing. I'm going to go ahead and tape up the speaker wires, because that should be good. I might tape off a couple of these, like the power wire, just so it don't touch anything, and then we will give this a dry run. Still not too sure what those old people are doing in my front yard, but they're either intently looking at something in the ditch there, or trying to pick some of my flowers. Not really too sure. They just left. Good, because I was about to go over there and didn't have to do something. Pretty exciting corner. Oh, I love the tedious work. Alright, 4 of 100 done. Ooh, I got these wires intertwined. Oh, how did that happen? That's gonna drive me nuts. Oh well. Hey. Man. Dirt all over my work. Alrighty, sorry about that. My camera died out on me while I was doing the wiring, but I figure y'all get the picture. It's just, color for color. Whoops. So I individually taped off each one. And also put a zip tie around it, so just so it don't pull apart too easily. And then we got this side. Oops. So I haven't finished this yet. I'm about to just test it. We're just gonna make sure it's gonna work without this random black wire with the white on it. Now the blue wire, that should be for your power antenna, which this car does not have one. And then also I've got this orange with the black just undone, because apparently it should be okay. But if not, it also said something you can just put them all together. So we'll just see what it does like this. We test number 1. Okay. Nice snug fit. So that literally should be that. I mean, I don't have the antenna plugged in at this very second, but that is fine. I'm just going to set that there. Turn the key on. And see if we get a radio. Or a bunch of fireworks and sparks, and then see if my car catches on fire. Oh, look at that. Nice. Static, I love it. See if we get copyright. Hey, whoa, you just passed all the stations. What in the world? Oh, hey, remember the part where I said my antenna's not plugged in? Anyways, jeez. Okay, but that's that. Okay, that's cool. Let me just try something here. Nope. Nope. Okay. Pretty responsive. Oh, I guess I was mostly worried about the lights. Let me see what happens if I... Oh, look at that. Just the one hooked up, it automatically dims down. Which, usually you can set it. I know my other one, you can set like how dim it is when the lights are on and how dim it is. See? So I can even make it like probably all the way. And it saves it. That's cool. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Alright, let me see. So I still got the reverse camera to hook up and wire tuck in, and pretty much that's that. So I'll be right back. Well, I guess that's my cue to go inside and have another do. Alrighty guys, it is the next day. So I did get to install the reverse camera. So that's kind of cool. I do like that a lot. Ow. And then I also did install my aftermarket microphone, I mean. Sorry, not a speaker. So I've got everything, all the wires tucked up beneath the headliner here, through there, running down there to the side and underneath the dash. And then it's kind of underneath straight up. So it wasn't too difficult. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I'm very happy. Everything works good. The worst thing you might come across is this gap here, but I mean, it doesn't really bug me. You can't really even see. I'm sure there's something you could do. You could retrofit into there if you wanted to. I do still also have these little, pieces of plastic if I did want to do something with them. But I think I like it the way it is. And then for the reverse camera, I got all the wiring, again, just tucked up, under the dash. But then I run it up this weather stripping, and oh, little piece of wire, just don't look at that. But yeah, kind of got through there, run it through this weather stripping all the way to the back. Probably should fix that. So then I've fished the wire. I accidentally pulled too much on it. I actually have quite a bit up there, but unfortunately my ravel's way up in the front, and I already got all this in there. But it's fine. It's not really hanging up anything. It's just not the prettiest. We got my ground wire here attached to this ground, and I kind of just fished everything through the holes. And in here, I've got the power wire just plugged into the reverse light power there. Then I got the reverse camera kind of just set up right here. I kind of actually took off one side of the license plate light there, so I used that as one side of for the hanger, and then I just went ahead and screwed straight through the plastic on the other side. And then I drilled a little hole in the back for my wire. So that's that.